Celebrated annually on March 8th, International Women's Day is not just a day to celebrate women's achievement, but also a call to action for gender equality. The day also celebrates the achievements and progress women have made and marks a call to action for accelerating gender parity. Here in Lagos, Nigeria, the women in uniform are also marking the IWD 2024 at the Air Force Base Ikeja, courtesy of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Lagos State, with the theme, Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress. Joining us now is Emma Fekoya, Deputy Corps Commander and Chairperson, Women in Uniform. Good morning, Madam, and thank you for joining us on this very important day on the morning show.
Good morning, Ma.
All right. Okay,
nice having me.
Thank you very much. I'd like you very quickly to speak to this year's theme of International Women's Day, Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress, especially as it pertains to your work, to women in uniform and the Nigerian woman at large.
Okay, in respect to the topic generally, we've discovered that at the pace and where things are going, there's a need to invest more in women because women are coming up front now. And because of the gender equality issue, then there's a need to invest more. And for us in FRSC, using the platform of the International Women's Day, we thought it wise to bring all the women in uniform together, bring also heads, women that have achieved leadership in one way or the other to come speak to us and tell us how they made it, how they are making it, and how they intend to forge ahead. In that, they are investing their knowledge in us to help us also in our place of progress.
Well, Madam, it's interesting to hear that there is a group called Women in Uniform. But I would like to ask you, how well are women in uniform treated in Nigeria, and what would you like to see?
Well, it's not per se a group. We are all located in our different agencies. But the International Women's Day is a time to bring us together as women. You know, the peculiarity of women, there's a need to be celebrated, to be recognized, and to be able to pass some information that will aid us in getting to where we intend to get to. So it's not really a group, it's just calling ourselves together every year to celebrate ourselves and need be have additional or added knowledge to make progress in our different agencies.
Yeah, but no, maybe you didn't get the point I was making. One of the major themes of International Women's Day is gender equality. It's one of the things that the Gugududu put together by Sophie Diao, points to for this year. Now, how do you have that kind of, of gender equality across the board, in Nigeria? And, are there areas that you would like to make recommendations?
I want to believe agencies are coming up on that. They are recognizing that. For Lagos State government, where we reside, the board there, they are increasing it. They are always making it 50% as stated by the SSG of Lagos State when we visited her last week. Road safety is coming up on that. So I think all other agencies are coming up on that too, on gender equality. Thank you.
All right, so I think Dr. Bati had also asked a question around challenges that women in uniform face in Nigeria, and if there's any support. Do you feel supported, actually? Because a number of people talk about it being a male-dominated role. So when we see women in uniform, we can't understand there might be some form of discrimination, bias, prejudice. What are some of the challenges you face, and what kind of support is available for women in uniform?
Like we started in 2021 of celebrating women in uniform. And so far we've been tagging along as regards the United Nations theme of the International Women's Day. But we are not as coming together to actually form the issue of women equality. We are here together, even though that's the International Women's Day, one of the motives of the International Women's Day. But we are here to get us, because you need to be knowledgeable. You need to understand yourself. You need to accept who you are with your different roles and how you can fit in. Women are nowhere because a lot of people don't even have an understanding of themselves. the ability to combine all these roles together with the task ahead. So our coming together is to cause an eye-opener for each and every one of us. And I know it's in the future, the discrimination with men discriminating women will face out when you have women who can stand on their feet and compete. It's a thing of time.
Okay, madam. There's an event today, as I can see in the banner
Yes, sir.
in the background. Now, you talked about being focused on knowledge, imparting knowledge to women in uniform. Could you tell us what the specific details are? Is there a keynote speaker? Who are the major speakers there? Would there be a parade? And then at the end of the day, will there be a party to celebrate women? And whether people can come and join, in the event to celebrate. Women-friendly men like me, can we come there and also be part of that celebration?
Yes, you are invited, sir. We have the males that I'll be around too. The Lagos State Sector Commander will be on ground. We are doing things with the men. We are not leaving the men out. Because whether we accept it or not, it's not a thing of competition. It's a thing of everyone recognizing his or her role. We have CP Ochola in charge of the fraud unit, Lagos State in charge of fraud unit. She's expected to be here. We have the Lagos State's governor's wife who is expected to be here. The SSG is also expected to be here. We're expecting all of them here to pass their knowledge to women generally. Women are peculiar and sensitive. And so there are issues we need to discuss pertaining to our roles, the diversity of our roles, and how we can combine all of it successfully to get our jobs done without having one failing and the other one going okay. So we want to be balanced in all areas. That's the forum we have. And at the end of it, we have fun. Women are always tensed up. There's no way of letting go. So it's a forum to have fun, make ourselves happy. And then we go and relax and we get back to our jobs.
All right, excellent. I love the fact that you say that it's going to be a fun event. Men like Dr. Abati are called the he for she men. So they are, even though they are male, they support women and they champion gender equity. But let me speak. I see some of the speakers at your back and just what the theme would be around. Can you speak to that? And what kind of fun activities do you have planned for the women, just as a form of whetting their appetites to want to come? Then the second question I'd like to ask you is, are there initiatives to encourage more women in uniform? Just in the same way as we have the STEM program to encourage women, more young girls to consider a career in science, technology, engineering, and maths. Is there any such, campaign or initiative to encourage women to say that women in uniform, it's a good place to be?
Actually, that's coming on the way already. We are hoping, if it gets a pass within the year, to have a training session that's on a larger scale, where almost all the women in uniform will come together. And that's basically training in all diverse areas about the law and the peculiarities that are needed in carrying out their duties. Then for the number one question, the fun, we have music, food, everything. You could come around, ice cream, it's all there. Make your choice. Is to spoil the women. And I'm sure that by the time you see us being spoiled, you will love to be here. I don't want you to miss it. Please come.
Well, madam, there will be many young women out there who are watching you on TV, looking at you in your beautiful uniform, and who probably will also would like to become a woman in uniform in the future. What will you say to those young ladies who may want to join any of the services?
Okay, for what I'll say is, why would you want to join the service? Is it to serve your country? And if that is your motive, then go for it. But it must be a selfless service. You must give in all your best. You have challenges as women It gets to a point you're married, you need the attention of your husband, you need to give him his attention 100%. You need to understand those things before you go into it, because your job also demands 100%. So having an understanding that you'll be going into a multitasking role, you must be prepared for it. If not, you won't make it to the end. So I want to encourage every young woman there, whatever job you're going in for, be focused. Give yourself what you really want to achieve at the end and go all out for it. You'll make it. That's why we're here to encourage you.
Madam, thank you for that point about attention to husband. Very important. Very important. Balancing career and paying attention to the husband. Thank you very much, Madam, for joining us on the morning.